Okay, now fourth preliminary is mandala. Mandala. So after practice Vajrasattva, we have the fourth preliminary, and we must then accumulate in merit. So we do this by offering mandala. So you know what is merit, right? Merit is ability, all abilities. So there are many methods to accumulate merit and wisdom, but of all the practices, the offering of the mandala, they said, is the most profound to accumulate merit and wisdom. And when you practice this, the mandala, depending on which preliminary tradition you are practicing, you will either make the 37 offering mandala or with the 7 offering mandala. But usually when we accumulate and count the 100,000 mantra, that the mandala practice, that will be the 7 offering mandala. Otherwise, the 37 is too much, you know. And so usually when you practice the offering mandala, we use 2 different mandalas. I mean, not different, but 2 mandala plates. One is the accomplishment mandala, and is placed on the shrine to symbolize the object of refuge to whom we to practice to make the offering. So you put, this is actually, you use the 37 offerings and put in rice and everything, and then you put in your shrine, you know. And then the offering mandala, the second we call the offering mandala, and this is actually you in your hand, you held in hand and symbolize the universe, right? That you are offering. But if you don't have 2 mandala plates, that's fine. And today this in our preliminary, I think the offering 7 mandala. So I will teach you the mantra kind of shortly, because then we have also Guru Yoga, so there are not much time we have. So first, this is we called offering mandala. So you need to hold the mandala plate in your left hand, and then you have to first kind of you start clean a little bit, like clockwise, you know, Senum Vajrasattva Samaya Manabalaya Vajrasattva 3 times with the 100 syllable mantra. You clean using your right hand, you know. And then when you clean the mandala plate, think a little bit, may all of my obscurations and those all sentient beings be purified, you know. This is kind of a symbol that you clean the mandala, symbol that, you know, purify all our negative things. And then also you need, you know, put things, rice or whatever, you know, stones or whatever you offer in mandala, that's fine. After that, you're ready to place the rice into the mandala plate. You know, you clean, right? Clean, and then you put the, you know, east, south, west, north, right? East, south, west, north, and then also east, and west, right? Yeah, kind of, but not this time. Your visualization is not mountain marrow. So this is actually, again, kind of refuge tree. You visualize on the mandala plate, you know. So, for example, first you put the center pile, right, on the mandala plate. This represents Guru Padmasambhava, okay? You visualize Padmasambhava, and then you put in front, right, the east is represent all the Buddhas. And then on your right, south, right? South is represents the Mahayana Sangha. And then the left, north, is represent the Hinayana Sangha, Sharvaka, remember, Partika Buddhas. And the pile on the back, the west, is represent the teachings in the form of Buddhist text, you know. So that is kind of easy, right? That is, you offer actually everything to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Yeah.
Would you repeat that? That was a lot of things that I was going to get written down.
Well, yes, center is like, remember, you visualize the refuge tree, the center branch, you Padmasambhava, right? In front of him, you visualize all the Buddhas, right? Past, present, future Buddhas. And then right of him, you visualize the Mahayana Sanghas. Left of Padmasambhava, visualize the Hinayana Sangha. And behind the teachings of Buddhas and, you know, all the texts and then, you know, books like that. So, central, east, south, west, north, and then what? East and west, right? Am I correct? East, south. Do you say that? East, south, west, east, south, west, north.
It starts with east and
I know your map on your map is always north there, right? But this time it's different. This is a little bit different. Don't how you drive, you know. on the map is north, always tough, but this is different, a little bit different.
I just have to ask again because when you showed me before you left, you do the middle one, and then you go to basically the side of the mandala plate that is the furthest away from you.
Yeah.
And that's the east.
Yeah.
And you go to
Okay, don't think about the directions. Just the center, and in front of that, it's actually behind, then to the right, and then front, and then left, and then back and front. Sun and moon. It's a symbol as the wisdom, the compassion, emptiness. Oh, this is 7, right? Do we have a 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 offerings. 7 offering mandala. Center, back, right, front, back, the left, back, and front.
So like in a big circle, clockwise circle.
Yeah, yes. First clockwise, yes, circle, and then back and front, which is represents sun and moon, which is compassion, the emptiness, or whatever you say. The first is sun, second is moon.
Sun is wisdom, moon is compassion.
This is easier than Vajrasattva, don't you think? No? See, people are so different.
You have a plate.
Yeah, you have a plate, and the plate is the.
It's not east, south, west, north, east, west, right?
Well,
Because that's what you just.
It is a number.
No, Jeremy, isn't it like this? So this is Padmasambhava and Union.
Yeah.
Then you go to the back first.
Yeah.
That's opposite. These are the Buddhas.
Yeah.
Okay, then you would go to, he said, you go to the right, and this is the Mahayana Sangha.
Yeah.
And then he said the Hinayana Sangha
left.
left.
That's what I thought we said. See, this is why I'm confused.
You're crossing, and then you go down
No, bag is Dharma text.
You said,
1, 2, 3,
is this your back front?
7.
That's not back. This is front. You have to visualize yourself. You are here, right? Okay, here. The mandala plate here. This is front. This is back.
That's what I say, you go back.
Oh, okay, then you're right.
And so Buddhas are back.
So in Tibet we say shar lo no xiang. So that's it for directions. Okay, shar lo no xiang for directions. So in English, the shar is east, right? Lo is south, right? Nup is west, and then xiang is north.
And is that the order?
And then shar and what?
Then that's the order you do. You go east, south, west, north. Correct?
Yes.
So Buddha's Mahayana texts Hinayana, sun, moon.
Yeah. Buddha.
Buddha,
No. Yeah. Pamasambhava.
Buddha,
Pamasambhava. Yep.
Buddha, Pamasambhava, then all Buddhas,
Yep.
and then Mahayana.
No. Pamasambhava and text. Mahayana. Okay. Mahayana, Buddha, and Hinayana, and sun and moon. So there are two ways you can do it. There are two ways you can. This is actually, I thought it's easiest because you know the refuge tree. But if that's difficult, you can say the center is mountain Meru, and then there is four continents, and then sun and moon. But then you offer to home, like you visualize, you can do that. So this is the 4 continents, the mountain Meru, all the good things, everything you visualize here and offer to the tree, refuge tree. That's second you can do that. Or you just easier to, when I say, this is okay. I visualize here refuge tree, and then I visualize every good things. Okay, offering, and then they're there.
So you're offering to Guru Rinpoche.
To Guru Rinpoche, to the Dharma, to the Sangha, to the all of that. You can do that, or you visualize here the continents and good things, whole world, and happiness here, and then visualize here refuge tree, and then offer that. That's also fine.
That's one repetition.
Yes. Okay.
Then is the refuge tree, if you're offering it out there, it's still the multi-level setup? Or is it a simple array?
What do you say?
Maybe the refuge.
If you do the mandala offerings like with the Mount Meru, what you're outer visualizing is that the refuge tree and all the different branches.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So if the refuge tree is out here and you're doing that.
Yeah, so offerings here.
Yeah. So would this one also be the more simple seven array?
7 continents?
Not continents. No. Yeah. Padmasambhava, Buddha.
Oh, that's 3 jewels.
Yeah. So
Buddha, Dharma, Sangha.
yeah. So if you were doing it with the refuge objects on the altar, what array would you have? Or are you just imagining?
Oh yeah, you just visualize. Or if you have a picture of the refuge tree, then you can put in your shrine and you sit in front of your shrine and then do that. That's also fine. But if you don't have pictures, the statue, nothing, then you can visualize. Yes. So that's all.
Each time we do the 7 piles, we actually are reciting the lines.
Lines here, how many lines we have? The mandala, 4 lines, right? 4 lines. And then this also, you do this, the 7 piles, or whatever rice or stone, whatever you use, that's 100,000. You have to count that. Yep, you put like this, the 7 piles in here, and then say these lines, and then put it that a little bit clean, and then do this, a little bit clean, do that many times, 100,000 times this.
Just on a practical question, if we're traveling and we don't have our mandala plate and our rice, can we just do the mandala offering mudra and practice our preliminaries?
Yes, you can. My root teacher, Khenpo Pansa, wherever he go, he brings the mandala plate. He used the mandala every single days. No, Pansirambuchi, he does that, but you can do also this, the mudra. This is the 4 continents and then mountain mirror, and then you can say these things, and you can do that instead the mandala plate. Yeah.
So you can do it anywhere,
Yeah.
and then you'd be reciting these 4 lines.
Well, you can't count this. Yeah, but but it's kind of difficult all the time. This now, but you. So then, you will accumulate the mandala prayer, 100,000 times. So that's about how to practice the 7 offerings mandala.
Once at the beginning, or do you say that with each recitation?
Yep. Oma Hong, and then 3 jewels.
Or you say Om Ahom just once at the beginning, or you say that every time for each recitation?
No, all the time you have to say Oma Hong. Okay, understand mandala? Okay, now the 5th preliminary is Guru Yoga practice.
We could get a diagram of the mandala, and we could add that to our website curriculum page so that everyone could see a picture of it. So we can do that.
Om Banzer Beme Ahong, Ye Yong Tak Ba Wan Shen Serji. Xie Jiagren Koryu Guru with Hong Ri Jaro Sharlin Bangbo Zon. This is the 37 offering mandala. It has everything. The 4 continents, mountain mirror, everything. But the seven offering mandala is pretty easy. Now practice Guru Yoga is Vajrayana method. Guru Yoga practice is the union with the teacher's nature or Guru Yoga. Guru Yoga. So Guru means teacher, right? Yoga means union in fundamental reality, or connecting with the reality, something like that. In Tibet, Guru Yoga means that. So here, Guru Yoga means meditation in which, through the visualization and recitation, and the meditator also receive the blessings of the teacher and the lineage. That's what we call the Guru, outer Guru Yoga practice. Okay, outer Guru Yoga. Because this practice is called the recognition of nature of mind, transmission of blessings, or sometimes they call the lineage of blessings, or to take the teacher's blessings as the path. So that's what we call the Guru Yoga, or this meditation. So Guru Yoga, generally speaking, helps us develop and increase sort of the devotion, So this practice is, successful or not, it depends on your devotion and faith. when you practice Vajrayana teachings, the foundation is your inner, what do you call it, the development and about the faith and devotion. And Guru Yoga, the reason why do we need to practice Guru Yoga, because there is not a single Buddha in the past, present, and future who has achieved or will achieve enlightenment without relying on a spiritual teacher. For ordinary people want to practice and take a path, spiritual path, it's necessary to find a teacher, good teacher, rely on a teacher, because without teacher, there is no enlightenment, because the instructions, right? Instructions from the lineage, from the teacher. The instructions are very unique methods, and you have to use that, practice, and transform your mind. So therefore, we need to receive teachings from a teacher and practice by the instructions. So that's why Guru Yoga, right? This is Papaji Rinpoche he concerned this very important practice. He said it may be called like preliminary practice, but it's actually the key point in your main practice, you know. And Papaji Rinpoche also said that if you practice Guru Yoga, recognition of the true nature mind is possible. Then, of course, enlightenment is possible, you know. So, in general, when you practice preliminary, now you can see there are three different ways of visualizing the lineage, okay, the lineage. When you practice, for example, the first preliminary, refuge, you visualize the lineage above the Padmasambhava, you know, above his head, and sort of above each other, you know, like you know, in a kind of line, you know, the refuge, the lineage. The entire lineage is visualized sort of one above, the other above the head of Padmasambhava, right? That's when we practice refuge and bodhicitta, right? And then we have another different ways. The next kind of visualization of lineage is when you do meditation on the Vajrasattva. Here when we practice Vajrasattva, there is no refuge tree, right? No lineages, but you know, Vajrasattva, only one Buddha, which is Vajrasattva. We only visualize Vajrasattva, and he represents all of Buddhas and all the lineages, you know. So that's the second how you visualize, you know. And then here, Guru Yoga practice, you visualize, you can see the image on your page, you know. You visualize the lineage as a kind of vast crowd surrounding Padmasambhava, you know. Padmasambhava is the center, and then all your lineage is surrounded with Padmasambhava. Because here, you only visualize the lineage. No Hanayana Sangha, no Sanghas, and no text and nothing. Just lineage, right? Because that's what we call Guru Yoga. Guru means teacher. Yoga means you practice with your teachers, with your lineage, right? So that's Guru Yoga. So only you think about the lineage. So here, when we say the lineage, I want to describe a little bit meaning of the lineage. The lineage is actually means an unbroken transmission of the Buddha's teachings. You know, that's we call it lineage, and the oral instructions that really goes all the way back to Buddha, and this amazing sort of the lineage oral instructions come from one teacher to the next teacher, and without sort of anything being lost. For example, you think about, I have learned these teachings from my root teacher, and who have learned these teachings from their teacher, so on and so. Like that goes back to directly all the way back to the Buddha. So that we mean lineage means that. This actually instructions, Buddhism is right now like hundred of years, right? Like 2,000, almost 3,000 years. But since that and until now, this 21st century, the instruction is not broke. It's very clear, and so that's why I think without the lineage, then there is no recognition and no enlightenment. That's why we have to practice Guru Yoga. So now, when you practice Guru Yoga, first of all, you visualize the Vajra. I want to use this in Tibet. This lady's name is Kapchit Wangmo. It's Vajrawarahi. It's kind of form of Vajrawarahi and Ishi Torjir, which is Padmasambhava's spiritual concept. So you visualize yourself, her, because make sure that your feet sort of a receptacle of the empowerments, the blessings. Also, Patrasambhava says, because you visualize her, because also to create the right sort of connection between lineage and you, So imagine yourself in the form of this Dakini, But sometimes when I meditate in Guru Yoga, I just don't visualize her, just myself, That's also fine if you want. If you want to transform yourself into this Dakini, that's also fine. So, so we have very nice picture here, so you can take a look at that. And how to visualize her, it's very clear in our this preliminary text, and you will know when you recite the prayer. So I'm not going to teach you about her. And then second, visualize Padmasambhava above your head, right? And surrounded by entire lineage. You don't have to recognize all who is. You just think about they are there, or entire lineage is there. So then you start the recitation of the Guru Yoga. That's all. That's all you need, and you will accumulate this time we have the five-line prayers, right, with the Guru Padmasambhava's mantra. That's you count. 100,000 times. So which is in our here we have the here home in the center of the center of the island of Chamara, from the peak of the copper-colored mountain, with the infinite place of the lotus light of great bliss, is the emanation of Odiyana, my Lord Guru, along with his hosts of Buddhiyadara, Dakinis. Please come and bless the holders of your lineage. These 5 lines you have to accumulate 100,000. Yeah.
Is this the alternative of in the northwest of the land of Odiyana,
Yeah, kind of same. But we have that seven lines, right? This is only have 5 lines. It's shorter.
So you're reciting these 5 lines over 1,000 times.
Yep. Oh, my home Vajrayana. What? Oh yeah, that's a good question. It's actually doesn't matter. You can visualize above your head, facing same as you, or you can visualize in front of you, whole entire lineage. Okay.
For example, we do the 5 line. Do we finish it with Om Ahum?
Vajragrupa Masuddha Hong.
Say that every time with the 5, or just when we finish?
Every time with the five lines with the mantra. Okay. So once you have done this prayer, the 5, I call this 5 lines. I don't know, but this 5 lines prayer with the mantra, the mantra. Then you go through all the prayers, right? There are other prayers like supplication prayer, and there are also the lineage prayer. All the way, you just go, once, and then the last, we call the receiving the 4 empowerments. So this means you receive the blessings of the lineage, or Pamasambhava as body, speech, and mind. So you receive this through rays of light emanating from the lineage or Pamasambhavas. 3 centers, right? Forehead, throat, and heart center. Or you can say the whole body. So then we have this also, we have this Om Ahong, these lights, the syllables, Tibetan Om Ahong, the number 5 page number. So this is we call it the empowerments. So the white light, which is the Om is the white, the syllable, comes from forehead, the Pamasambhava's forehead, and your forehead. And then red A is the A syllable. That comes from Pamasambhava's throat to your throat. And then the Hong, blue. Okay, this is the, and then Pamasambhava's heart center through your heart, into your heart. So when you, also according to our preliminary here, also we have the kind of a 5-colored of the light, kind of rainbow color, spear of light. And that also comes from Pamasambhava's heart center through your heart center. I think we have that here, yep. Again, the last, the sentence, again, a 5-colored spear, the essence of the non-conceptual enlightened mind of my Guru entered my heart. This is, so that's not here. We don't have picture of that, but that's the 4th empowerment. Okay, so this is we call 4 empowerment. So when you receive this, then kind of simultaneously, you will also be purified obscuration, your body, speech, and mind, Then at the end, the all entire lineage into Pamasambhava, then Pamasambhava dissolve into you. That's very easy. Think that your mind and Pamasambhava wisdom mind merge in union. So that's why we call it Guru Yoga practice, So this is the kind of nature state of mind, your mind, sort of untouched by any obscuration. And here, if you meditate on that, the union of the gurus and your mind, and see the nature of the reality, the true nature, then there is no negative emotions or the accumulation of karma. So, it's very beautiful. And then, sit for a while, as long as you can, and rest, you kind of rest in that nature. And if you can, then you will see, sort of uncover the radiance of your awareness. Your thoughts are liberated the moment they arise, remember? So if you are aware of the thoughts and just let that thought sort of kind of, then, you sort of, follow your thoughts, then you lose everything, right? But then you do again Guru Yoga practice and kind of whole entire lineage and union with your mind. That's what we called this practice blessings through the blessings from lineage, and then you practice with the nature of mind. So that's the outer preliminary, the Guru Yoga practice. This is how you see the nature of mind. This is how you practice Dzogchen. Whenever you practice Dzogchen, the Dzogchen practice, there is no need to visualize. There is no object, nothing. But before you practice Dzogchen, you also have to practice Guru Yoga, right? So that's how, that's the kind of foundation. Make sure free from your thoughts when you meditate on this. And then you will see, try to, see the true nature. So now this is the last preliminary. So when you hear, that means you're pretty good. Good practice, and then there is a chance to recognize true nature. Sometimes people practice the true nature mind. It's actually Dzogchen. We call the Dzogchen the great perfection without preliminaries. But there is no way to recognize the true nature because still you have obscurations and negative karmas, and you didn't practice Vajrasattva, you didn't practice bodhicitta. How? Sometimes I have lots of questions arise. Some people just don't, some teachers really, don't teach preliminaries for their student, just right away give the Dzogchen or Mahamudra or whatever. How they understand this, some special, special people they can, like Mullah and Marba, they have already karmic connection, and Marba already, and Mullah already have sort of, great faith, great devotion Marba has, right? Mullah Riba has and Marba. But generally speaking, maybe like 90%, people need good foundation in order to recognize true nature mind. This true nature mind comes in order to recognize the true nature mind from your teacher, from your lineage, okay, from your lineage, which means the devotion and faith, the blessings. I'm sure people understand intellectually what is nature mind, and then they can explain very well, give you the direction very well. That doesn't mean they recognize, they understand, they recognize the truth. That doesn't mean the experience of the nature mind. When I was like 20 years old, I can explain very well about Dzogchen and nature mind, very well, no doubt it. But I had no idea, no experience, just intellectual, That's happened in here now. People can understand intellectually what is Dzogchen, what is the nature mind, what is emptiness. Yes, I agree. Definitely, they understand very well. But Absolutely not. They don't experience that. Sometimes people think, oh, he understand because he experienced this and that very well. That doesn't mean you recognize, you experience, So in order to experience the nature of mind, practice preliminary first. And then you purify your negative karma. You develop your faith in devotion. You develop compassion, bodhicitta. Then easy, so that's why I think Guru Yoga is very important. So once you get here, practice preliminaries, and then you practice outer Guru Yoga. And then when you've done that 100,000, then you go to the next, which is really you are close to the Dzogchen teachings. That is the highest, Nyingma tradition. The Dzogchen teaching is only Nyingma. So Nyingma tradition, because of the Padmasambhava, right? Padmasambhava, very important Nyingma lineage. Because that's why we always visualize Padmasambhava, the central, right? When we visualize refuge tree. So because Padmasambhava is important, because the Dzogchen teachings actually come from him. And then these oral instructions, amazing. So that's why Padmasambhava is so important teacher. So then when you've done this Guru Yoga preliminary, and then you go to next, and then which is more important and more, then you're ready to practice on that. So otherwise, without preliminaries, there is no way to. So this is 100% I can guarantee that generally people, there's a specific, special people, right? They have a karmic connection, strong, with the teacher and the student. That's I'm not talking that. But generally people, I guarantee you, even though they say understand the Dzogchen, but I guarantee no experience, no recognition. That's for sure. That's if that's true, then Buddha's teachings just kind of superficial or something. It's not true. Buddha himself also said that. All the lineage teachers also said that. So then guarantee, and not just to believe what they said, but through reason or logic, there is no way to recognize true nature without finished preliminaries. So it's just to let you know, but it's very important, So then you have to do this, Guru Yoga. This is outer practice, Guru Yoga. I strongly sort of recommended that you, unions, kind of unite your mind with the mind, the Guru, again and again. Do this many times, okay? Do this many times. You do this, it's not necessarily first time you understand, you recognize true nature, because in order the point instruction, right? Pointing out the nature of mind, right? You call that. There is a specific also instructions. That's a Dzogchen. So when you get that, then you will understand, recognize. After that, even though you practice Guru Yoga, you will not experience true nature mind. But if you do this, unite your, gurus and your mind, that's practice again. Then, you're more sort of stable, peaceful, and you will experience kind of, it's something, So you have to practice not only once, right? Not only once, many times, and with the lineage, So then better and better, I would say that. And also, when you say this, this Guru Yoga, the prayers, 5 lines, not just to say the words, right? But you pray sort of one-pointedly from your heart and with kind of a devotion, then it's something you will get, Only say the words and in thinking about something else, it's not much benefit, So very important. So just I mentioned earlier, remember, it's quality, not count. Count is important because, then we have count 100,000. That means, okay, if I do this correctly, then after 100,000, I'm done, right? That's kind of good, but it's not the count, you quality, how you practice preliminaries, That's very important. Then I think that's all I have. Any questions? Yeah? Always.
So we would just do some dedication that we know. There's none included.
Well, I like we have here use the closing prayers.
Okay.
That's I think that's enough. But always we have to say the dedication prayers at the end. So remember the Patrul Rinpoche says that the way of thoughts occurs in the same way. I like this, and but the way they are freed is most key point. That's you have to when you practice Guru Yoga, union with your mind and your practice, and then thoughts arise because as before, thoughts arise, but not grasp, not sort of really taking seriously these thoughts and follow these thoughts, but just to recognize what is the essence of the thoughts, and then it's disappear into your nature mind. So the thoughts is no longer there. As soon as you recognize, they will gone. They were not there. Do you have that experience? Yeah, that's easy, right? We can see, So that's very important for your meditation because we have always the thoughts, always, right? That's no problem. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about your thoughts. But the most key point is you have to recognize the thoughts, the nature of the thought, and then they disappears, and no longer there, and then your mind free. So many times do that this way, and then rest in your mind. Yep.
Our Guru Yoga practice, our text that we used 2 years ago at Ely, so I've memorized some of that.
Yeah,
So
you can use that.
Is it okay if I mix, or you just have to do one or the other?
I think mix is a little bit difficult, then sometimes you memorize both, and then sometimes you say, you mix. So you can use your preliminary. It's not necessary this. But I would say definitely people who are not practiced preliminary yet, you should use this preliminary. But someone who already practiced preliminary, then you should keep that. What you are doing. Maybe that's easier,
Yeah. So the way you describe the visualization, it looks like this one here, the crowd.
Yes.
But then what is this?
That is for this. When we say here, the method, we say, where's that? Akanishta is in the true, right? In the true akanishta, the complete purity of self-appearance. That's I manifest as the Kapchil Wamo. See, that's why. Okay. So these things here, the top, there is a kind of nice kind of palace. Yeah. This is akanishta, we call it, which is the outer, Somdohwari. And then Pamasambhava there, right? In front of the Vajrayana, That's you visualize yourself, and then you visualize Padmasambhava there. So that's kind of give you kind of idea that what is the akanishta.
But then when you do the recitation,
Recitation is your vision, this one.
And then one other thing, how about prostrations? Where do we do those?
What do you mean, prostration?
I thought Kate was wondering where she does the prostration.
Where? When?
When? Like how do we incorporate prostration with this?
Well, it depends. You can prostrate with the refuge, or with the Guru Yoga. Because when you visualize the refuge tree in front there, and then you prostrate to them, right? That makes sense. Refuge, or you visualize the whole entire lineage and Padmasambhava there in front of them. You prostrate. That's also.
Like this 5 lines
Yeah. The same, whatever you say, the prayers, like you can, when you prostrate, you can say 100 syllable mantra, or you can say refuge prayer, you can say bodhicitta prayer, you can say manapame, or whatever prayer. It's not necessarily use the Guru Yoga prayer. Yeah.
So, when you mingle your mind with the guru, you're talking about a specific guru or all of them? In other words, do I mingle my mind with you, the teacher, and then everybody?
Well, it depends how much you have, well, that depends the connection. Okay. I mean, if you have a connection with the Padmasambhava, you visualize that, right? If you have a connection with lineage, you have a root teacher, you have a connection, your root teacher, you can do that. So it depends, it depends which way practice the Guru Yoga, which is the best for you. You should sort of visualize that. Sometimes people say, who is my root teacher? I have no root teacher, right? They say that. So that means you have you didn't have a root teacher, or you didn't find one. So then you can, if that's the case, you can visualize Padmasambhava. And we say here, please come and bless the holders of your lineage, right? So that's your thinking, so your lineage. Your means Padmasambhava. We're talking with Padmasambhava, right? So holders of your lineage, Padmasambhava, your lineage. From your lineage, I, take the refuge, so that you can. And another thing, if you have really have a good teacher, root teacher, and you have a faith, devotion, then maybe that you should visualize him or her. That's better, So it depends. Yep. What questions? What?
About
Accumulation. Yep.
maybe I missed it with the 4 empowerments. What part of this do we?
That's dissolution. 4 empowerment. Yeah. That's the end of your session, section. Then you go through all the way, right? When you receive the empowerment, that's kind of, the after the accumulation of the Guru Yoga, the prayers.
Also, when we're working on accumulating one of the practices, do we always go through this whole sadhana?
Yes.
And then for the parts that we're not accumulating at the time?
That's once.
Just once?
Just once. Go through all these prayers very sincerely, very, deeply, and make sure understand the meaning and go through once. And then when you get there, the 5 lines, then you accumulate that as much as you can. And then after that, then you can finish the empowerments and dedication, all of that. That's good. Yeah.
Do you have any books that you could recommend that might be good for us to read in support of our
There are many good books. What are my perfect teacher? Patrul Rinpoche. It's about preliminary. That's the most famous book in Tibet still. Very good. And then the guide to the order my perfect teacher is very, very good. And then recently there is there is a book about preliminary. Not a happiness. I think that's also you like part. Not for happiness.
A guide to the so-called
Preliminaries. I'm going to write a kind of commentary this preliminary, but right now I don't have time. So after when I finish, then you have that. But you know, I think this preliminary has one commentary. I think right now by Dudjom Dorje. What is his name?
That's the cascading waterfall nectar.
Yep.
That's on the short Dudjom.
Yeah, short one. It's very similar, but it's other than that, kind of we don't have. So that's why. All right. So now we're done preliminary. Thank you so very, very much. I'm very happy to have this good opportunity again. You know, preliminaries. Please, if you want to practice Buddhism, you have to practice preliminary. And if you have any questions, and just let me know in the future, I will help you. Usually here, people, when you practice preliminary, it takes like 2 years, you know, 500,000, 2 years. But don't worry about time, you know. For example, I promised myself I'm going to practice preliminary until I die, you know. This is a whole my life practice. So you just don't worry about how long take it, and you know. But just to do it, just to practice preliminary, it's very, very important. That's all I have. And then we have every Sunday's teachings here. Every Sunday's teaching. It's we call the awakened mind. That's we have, I want to say. And then another thing is thank you very, very much for coming, all of you, and practice preliminary together as a group. Thank you very much. And then now it's kind of, you know, also thank you very much for the Bodhicitta Sangha that we have here, the members. Thank you very much, Kate, especially this preliminary. It's lots of nice pictures and very nice. It's very helpful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Heather, doing things. Mary, thank you, Martin. Thank you, Jeremy. All of you supporting the Bodhicitta Sangha. I'm here because of you. You're here because of me. So everything is depends each other. It depends each other. Every single happiness I get from you. So that's why I appreciate it. Everybody here. It's very good. And now as remember, end of gathering is separation, right? That's the impermanence. So we're here together, but now after we go, that's impermanence. So everything's like that way. It's samsara. But don't worry, we can get together again. So thank you very much. And then the dedication. May I attain in each and every life the sublime virtues of existence of peace. May I pursue the foulest minds of altruism, working for the welfare of others on vast scale. Through this very merit of mine, may every single sentient being eliminate all forms of negativity and practice virtues forevermore. May sperm precious bodhicitta take birth where it has not risen, where it has risen, may it never win, but continue to grow forevermore. May I, in all my lives, no matter where I am born, obtain the 7 qualities of the upper realms of existence. May I meet the Dharma immediately after taking birth and have the freedom to practice perfectly. May I place the sublime Guru in day night self to the Dharma, be realized in the Dharma and practicing its innermost essence. May I cross the ocean of conditioned existence in this very life. May I teach the sublime Dharma perfectly and never become weary or tired of benefiting others in samsara. By own impressure and all compassion, may all attain enlightenment together.